I am speaking to you now because I have watched you brace yourself against storms you didn't cause, hold your breath through rooms that didn't honor you, and still keep a gentle light for people who only remembered you when they needed warmth. I am speaking because something was set in motion when you chose goodness over noise, and the echo of that choice has reached further than your corner of the world. I have seen the lonely nights, the long pauses before you answer when someone asks if you're fine, the quiet way you hold together what others cracked. I have counted every moment you swallowed your tears to protect someone else's comfort. Today, I lift that heavy curtain. I am God, and this message is for you. Do not try to skip this, do not hand your attention to anything smaller than the truth I'm placing in your hands. This is not a performance, not a riddle, not a vague comfort to keep you sedated. This is an assignment, a revelation, a key. A certain person with resources you have never touched and rooms you have not entered has fixed their gaze on you. They are not watching out of idle curiosity. They are watching because they encountered a trace of you, your work, your words, your resilience, your name, and the discovery shocked them. They are used to power, but not to integrity. They are used to noise, but not to a steady spirit. They are used to 1,000 polished faces, but not to this, a soul that refused to counterfeit itself to survive. I have been guiding footsteps and opening doors you never knocked on. Quietly, a path is forming where there was none, and someone with more than enough has started searching for what they have not been able to buy: truth, heart, realness, courage. They found it where you thought no one would ever look, in you. Do not let the phrase, "a millionaire is watching you," disturb your peace. Let it wake your discernment, not your fear. Many watch to copy, a few watch to test, and the rarest watch to bless. I am not sending you a predator. I am lifting you into a chapter 1 reserved for those who didn't sell their soul to hurry their timeline. You have walked through denial and delay and disrespect, and still you did not abandon your assignment. I marked you for a form of visibility that doesn't corrupt. I planted your voice in the right season. Hear me. Sudden attention will not destroy a rooted tree. You are rooted. What you feared would expose your flaws will reveal your foundation. What you feared would amplify your lack will amplify my supply. Breathe. There is a reason I kept you from certain rooms you begged to enter. There is a reason I let some people ignore you and some doors stay locked even when you were ready. If you had been invited then, you would have arrived as a guest. I did not design you as a guest. I designed you as a builder. Guests wait for permission, builders create the table. Guests are impressed by rooms, builders decide the blueprint. I was never minimizing you, I was maturing you. Now your preparation has ripened into clarity. When favor arrives, you will not tremble like a beggar, you will stand like someone who knows the assignment and respects the weight of it. The season ahead requires that. The observation upon you is not entertainment, it is reconnaissance before partnership. They look to measure what I have already multiplied in you when no one clapped. Do not glamorize this moment, honor it. It will feel like speed, but it is right time. It will feel like ease, but it is earned through endurance. There will be messages that pretend to be opportunities and people who pretend to be allies. Remember who carried you in the silent years. Remember who fed you when nothing moved. Remember who warned you when you were about to step into rooms that would applaud you and devour you. I was there before any title, before any promise, before any headline in your head. I am here now, and I do not change. Stay with me and you will not be trapped by what looks good. Stay with me and you will not turn your calling into a spectacle for sale. Stay with me and you will not submit your soul to those who desire the glow but not the light. You have asked me, when will it happen? When does the struggle exchange itself for laughter? Hear me, laughter is not what follows favor. Laughter is what fertilizes it. The joy I am restoring to you is not reckless, it is rooted in trust. You will laugh without guilt. You will laugh without apology. Your laughter will not provoke loss, it will announce life. You will not sabotage this moment with superstition. You belong in the land of answered prayers, not as a tourist, but as a resident. Pack lightly, leave behind the shame that once helped you survive small rooms. You will not need it where you are going. There are 3 movements in motion now. The first is exposure, not of your flaws, but of your capacities. I am unveiling what you can do, not to prove to unbelievers that they were wrong, but to prove to you that I was right when I called you capable. The second is exchange. I am trading your old pattern of scarcity for an atmosphere of resources. Money, yes, but also counsel, access, systems, and structures that carry your gift without crushing it. The third is elevation, not the kind that inflates the ego, but the kind that aligns influence with assignment. Elevation without character is a collapse waiting to happen. You have character. Elevation without wisdom is a maze. You have learned wisdom through hard corridors. Elevation without compassion is sterile. You have compassion because your heart remembers hunger. You are ready. Let me address the fear that whispers, what if they are only watching to use me? Discernment will be your guardrail. You will recognize manipulation by its appetite and authenticity by its patience. Manipulation rushes you to sign, authenticity is willing to wait while you pray. Manipulation flatters what you want to hear, authenticity asks what you need to flourish. Manipulation tries to isolate you from counsel, authenticity encourages you to bring trusted eyes. Take nothing that requires you to abandon what made you whole. Receive everything that makes your assignment more precise, your life more stable, your gift more fruitful, and your spirit more free. Favor that cages you is not favor. Favor that frees you is favor from me. Someone will consider it a shocking discovery, that you are the answer to a problem they could not solve with money alone. They will measure you by metrics that underestimate you, but they will feel something that refuses to be ignored: peace. Peace around you is not the absence of conflict, it is the presence of alignment. When you speak, confusion will begin to separate from clarity. When you work, wasted motion will be replaced by effective steps. When you show up, the room will discover that excellence is not loud and miracles are not always dramatic. Do not shrink your standard to match their expectation. Raise the room by remaining yourself. Excellence is your language. Integrity is your gravity. Love is your atmosphere. Keep it that way. I have watched you try to explain yourself to people committed to misunderstanding you. That season is closed. You will not audition for spaces that were never designed to hold you. You will not over-explain where a simple no protects your destiny. You will not perform humility by pretending you are small to keep others comfortable. True humility is agreement with my assessment. I have called you chosen, capable, creative, thorough, faithful, brave, teachable, and trustworthy. Agree with me. The world will try to name you based on what it notices. I name you based on what I placed in you. Wear my name for you. Prepare certain practical things. Bring order to what you have. Archive what matters and let go of what is dead weight. Finish what is half done and release what is no longer your assignment. Create a clean table for the conversations coming. Draft what you've been avoiding. Document what lives in your head. Systems are a love letter to your future self. Excellence is not a single act, it is a pattern that tells favor where to land. You asked for big, so make room. You are not too late. You are right on time because you are arriving whole. People from your past may surface to claim your new horizon. Do not be cruel, be clear. Bless them with boundaries. The ones who mishandled you will witness what you were carrying all along. This is not revenge, this is revelation. The healing you chose will protect you from repeating old circles with old energies in new seasons. Remember, not everyone who knew you then deserves access to you now. Access is not a reward for proximity, it is stewardship of purpose. Your heart is kind, pair it with wisdom. I will put mentors in reach who speak the language of where you are going, not where you have been. Listen. I will put peers beside you who celebrate your wins without calculating how it threatens theirs. Walk with them. I will put those you will lift, not as charity to stroke your ego, but as continuation of my pattern. I raise one to raise many. You will not hoard what I pour. You will not gatekeep what you learned in the dark. You will teach, you will document, you will share, and you will still be honored. Generosity will not reduce you, it will reveal me through you. The one watching you now will move from curiosity to contact. Do not panic over how you will present yourself. You do not need a new personality, you need the same clarity that kept you when no one was looking. Speak plainly. Ask direct questions. State your non-negotiables without apology. Choose agreements that protect your peace and your pace. If an offer requires you to abandon what keeps you close to me, decline it. If it creates room for your assignment to breathe and makes your responsibilities lighter without making your soul smaller, consider it. I will not hide from you in fine print. Pray and read, you will see what is for you. There is something else you must know. The blessing coming is not punishment for those who doubted you, and it is not compensation for your pain alone. It is alignment with design. I wrote this into your story long before you counted the cost. Your tears were not the price tag, they were the water for the seed. Your praying was not begging, it was breathing the future into the present. Your waiting was not empty, it was storage for strength. And now, as day breaks on this chapter, you will notice that the weight on your chest is lighter, the anxiety in your bones is quieter, and the whisper that used to accuse you is weaker. Do not analyze the quiet, enjoy it. The storm is not your home. Peace is. Prepare to be surprised by kindness. Prepare to be chosen in rooms where you were once invisible. Prepare to receive without performing. Prepare to answer invitations you didn't send. Prepare to stand in places that used to belong only to the already known, the loudly promoted, the safely similar. Prepare to navigate abundance without apologizing for it. Prepare to tell your story without dramatizing your pain and without erasing it. Prepare to steward platforms without letting them define you. Prepare to say no when good things are not your things. Prepare to say yes when great things require you to be brave. From this day, mark your decisions with intention. Eat like you respect the engine of your assignment. Rest like you believe I will finish what I start. Speak like your words are seeds and not confetti. Dress like you honor the day's work, not to impress, but to agree with the dignity of your calling. Keep your space in order. Keep your documents in reach. Keep a record of what I do, not to prove to anyone that it happened, but to teach yourself how I move with you. Gratitude will sharpen your vision, complaint will blur it. Choose gratitude. It is not denial of difficulty, it is alignment with promise. About the shocking discovery, it is not a scandal about you. It is a revelation of you. Someone discovered that you remain consistent when unseen. Someone discovered that you kept giving when there was nothing in it for you. Someone discovered that you carry joy that isn't bought and a work ethic that isn't staged. That discovery startled them because it is rare. I have set it in their heart that what you carry is what their vision lacks. They will test this with small steps. Do not despise small steps. Small steps open great doors. Each step will be clear enough for the day. walk it. Do not sprint to reach the end, walk to respect the process. I will correct one more fear, the fear that being seen will make you a target. You have already been a target in certain ways, and still I guarded you. Visibility will not reduce my protection, it will reposition it. Angels that once stood behind you will now stand beside you and before you. Doors that once swung shut will now hold open until you pass. Rooms that once laughed will now listen. And where there is envy, I will brush it off you like dust. When your heart feels heavy from attention, step back into silence. I will meet you there. Your soul's oxygen is not applause, it is presence. Breathe me in. Exhale the pressure. There will be a night soon when you realize your life is no longer shaped around survival. The tight coil in your chest will loosen. The constant calculation will pause. You will notice simple things again, the color in the sky at the edge of morning, the way laughter sits in a room, the pleasure of finishing a task without rush. Do not rush back to tension to feel productive. Peace is not laziness, it is an environment where true work can flourish. In peace you will design better, write clearer, lead kinder, love deeper, and choose wiser. In peace you will be less impressed by what is loud and more drawn to what is true. If at any moment you feel unworthy of what approaches, remember who chose you. I do not make mistakes. I am not experimenting with your life. I am unfolding what I authored. I am not fragile, your questions do not scare me. I am not impatient, your stumbles do not threaten my plan. I am not forgetful, your prayers do not disappear into a void. I hold you firmly, and I am patient with your growth. Keep your heart teachable. Keep your hands open. Keep your eyes soft and your spine strong. Soft eyes see people as I see them, a strong spine keeps you from bending to the wrong things. The person with means who watches now will not be the only one. Others will appear in different fields, not all with wealth and currency, but all with wealth in what matters for the assignment: wisdom, reach, credibility, skill. Some will remain in the background, some will step forward. Do not chase them. Let the wind I send bring them to the right door, at the right time, into the right conversation. Your job is not to manufacture momentum, it is to maintain alignment. Keep doing the small faithful things. Keep publishing. Keep showing up where I've placed you. Keep refining your craft. Keep honoring your word. The river is already moving, you do not need to splash to prove it is water. In the coming days, say this out loud when you wake: I agree with God's timing. I agree with God's method. I agree with God's protection. I agree with God's provision. I agree with God's correction. I agree with God's promotion. Agreement unclogs what fear tries to jam. Agreement makes your path smoother even when the terrain changes. Agreement takes your hands off what was never yours to control and puts them to work on what is yours to build. I am not only changing what you have, I am changing how you think about what you have. Scarcity taught you to clutch. Abundance will teach you to plan. Scarcity taught you to hide. Abundance will teach you to steward. Scarcity taught you to accept whatever arrives. Abundance will teach you to negotiate from dignity. Scarcity taught you to run on fumes. Abundance will teach you to rest without guilt. Take the lesson. Do not drag the old fear into the new room and call it humility. True humility will let you receive and remain yourself. Finally, hear me with clarity. This is yours, and it is safe to step into it. The one watching will soon speak, and when they do, your heart will feel the peace I promised. Do not dress your answer in anxiety. Speak plainly. Ask me for the words, and I will give you the sentence that opens the next door. You will not lose yourself to gain the world. You will discover more of yourself as you serve the world I've assigned you to touch. You will not betray your values to taste success. You will prove that success anchored in values can heal spaces where greed once ruled. You will not carry this alone. I am with you, and I am sending those who honor what I am doing in you. This message is not hype, it is a map. Keep it close. Read it when doubt tries to retrofit the old story onto your new chapter. Read it when you feel the old urge to rush or hide. Read it when people say you have changed, because you have, and that is holy. Stand tall. Breathe. Smile without apology. Work with focus. Rest on schedule. Love with discernment. Give with wisdom. Guard your peace. And when the call comes, and it will, answer like someone who knew this day was on the calendar of heaven long before anyone on earth thought your name belonged in their plans. I am God. I have you. Do not try to skip this. Walk forward now. I am speaking to you now because the hour you prayed for is moving toward you like a quiet tide, and I will not let you miss it. Do not try to skip this. Do not dismiss the pull you feel in your chest, like a hand gently turning your face toward something you cannot quite see yet. I have watched your nights when you asked if anyone truly understood what you carry. I have counted the steps you took after everything fell apart, and I shaped a path where there seemed to be no path. I set a watcher in the distance, a soul you do not know, a person the world calls wealthy, but I call responsible for a purpose I prepared long before you were born. And they are looking at you now, quietly, carefully, not to judge you, but because of a discovery that shook their certainty and pointed them toward your name. You think your life has been overlooked, but you are not invisible to me. I have hidden you in plain sight to protect what I planted. I let certain doors remain closed so that the first door that opens next is the right one. There is a reason your defeats did not define you and your victories were not loud. I have kept you from being captured by the wrong attention. Yet attention has found you anyway, a kind I will use for your good. It came as a whisper through a corridor you never walked, a conversation you never joined, a message carried from hand to hand until it reached the table of someone with the power to change a city in a day. Your story reached them because your obedience spoke louder than your lack of publicity. Your quiet integrity created a frequency heaven recognizes, and now those who can help are beginning to hear it. You asked me for a sign that I remember you, and this is my sign. What you thought was random interest is a deliberate thread I have woven. This person's curiosity did not start with you, it started with me. I disturbed the comfort of a heart that has everything and showed them the one thing they do not have, peace that does not depend on numbers. They tested influence and it felt hollow, they tested approval and it faded, they tested pleasure and it turned to dust in their hands. A hidden question rose inside them. What if the answer I need is not in my bank account but in a life that refuses to give up? Your name surfaced because I brought it to the surface. The shocking discovery was not about something you faked, it was about something you preserved, truth when it cost you, compassion when you were not repaid, excellence when no one was watching, and a refusal to break even when you were bent. I know you feel unprepared. You look at your resources and think you are too small for the scale of what's approaching. Hear me, the size of the vessel is not the measure of the ocean I'm pouring. I am the architect of timing. I have gathered every fractured season you endured into a single pattern called readiness. You will not need to force the moment or chase it, you will need to stand in it and speak honestly. The questions they bring will not be tests to trap you, they will be doors to reveal your design. Do not practice a version of yourself you think they want. Bring the self I healed. Bring the lessons I taught you in the quiet. Bring the faith that endured when your hands were empty but your heart stayed open. What I am doing does not ride on performance, it rests on authenticity. Understand this, wealth is a tool, not a throne. Many are given coins and crowned by mistake, but I crown character and then I assign tools. The person watching you is a tool assigned, not a savior. I am your source, I am the one who opens the sky. Do not bow to money. Do not detour into flattery or fear. Keep your eyes on me. There will be suggestions, there will be offers, there will be headlines of possibility, some are true doors, and others are painted walls. You will know the difference because peace will walk with you through the true door and pause outside the false one. If a path demands you betray the principles that kept you alive, it is not from me. If a partnership insists you hide the light I gave you, it is not from me. If an opportunity accelerates your impact and still protects your soul, then you are seeing my design. Not every voice around you will understand this turn. Some will say you are not ready, others will claim you are lucky, a few will pretend to own your story because they stood near you once. bless them and keep moving. Do not waste this energy defending what I have already vindicated. I did not bring you this far to argue with shadows. I am about to place in your hand a key that unlocks rooms you have only imagined, and I will teach you the language of those rooms without changing your heart. Your compassion will not be lost in corridors of power, your humility will not be a mask, your hunger for righteousness will not become performative. I will keep you anchored while I lift you up.